Hey there, Sublime Squad. We have a treat for you today.
That's right. If you're into unique, offbeat apparel that lets you express your individuality, then you're going to love what we have in store.
Introducing Dead Threads, your go-to destination for a one-of-a-kind clothing that combines style with a twist of the macabre.
Picture this. Skeletons hitting the ice in hockey gear. We're gearing up for a game of baseball. It's quirky, it's fun, and it's all about embracing the unexpected.
And the best part? Dead Threads offers designs inspired by cities and states across the country, so you can rep your hometown or favorite sports team in a whole new way.
Plus, they've got a killer selection of sweatshirts, tees, and even kid sizes, so the whole family can join in on the fun.
And here's the icing on the cake. You can use code SUBLIME at checkout to get an exclusive 10% off purchase. That's SUBLIME, Sublime. That's right, just for being a part of the Ineffably Sublime community, you get a 10% off discount.
So what are you waiting for? Head on over to Dead Threads today at deadthreads.shop and snag some killer threads that'll have heads turning wherever you go.
Dead Threads, where style meets the afterlife.
That was good.
That was good. We rocked that shit.
We did rock it.
Hey Sublime Squad, I'm Deej.
And I'm Mitch.
And we're your guides through the fascinating realms of our show. Here at Ineffably Sublime, we're all about mind-bending discussions, intriguing insights, and a touch of whimsy.
We'd love to believe this podcast is where curiosity meets laughter. Let's embark on another episode of Ineffably Sublime.
What's going on, Sublime Squad? This is episode 20-something. 22.
Is it 2?
I think it is 22. Of Ineffably Sublime. I'm your host, Deej, and with me is my favorite Southpaw, Spuds McGamble. What's going on, Spuds?
Spuds McGamble. No, we're lying. It's 23.
Oh, 23.
The Nuts Has Been Newsy was 22.
Ah, God, I knew it was somewhere in the 20s.
Yeah.
The early 20s.
That just popped on. I listened to a little bit of it this morning.
I forgot it came out.
Yeah. I did too until when I woke up. Well, I'd already been up, and then it popped up on my phone. It said new podcast available, and I'm like, wonder what's available this morning. And here we saw our ugly mugs on there.
Awesome.
But yeah, doing well.
You said you listened to it, and you said you totally forgot about what?
About half the things I said on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Spuds, tell them what they want to hear.
I don't know. What do you want to hear? Do you want to tell you anything?
Oh, I just like calling you Spuds.
Yeah. Spuds is a great name. You want to tell the story why you're calling me Spuds?
What story?
The story why I'm... the story.
No. I think I'm going to let it... I'm going to let it lay there.
All right.
That's for me for right now.
Okay. So there's two names of mine that we're never going to really tell why I'm called Spuds McGamble and why I'm the woodpecker. No one will know.
You know, and I almost introduced you this morning. I was looking because I changed your name in my phone to Spuds McGamble. And I was like, why can't I find him? And I forgot that I had you in there as Bingo McDonald.
Oh my God, Bingo McDonald.
Oh my God, that's two nicknames that we got you in there as.
Yeah.
You went from McDonald to McGamble.
I'm very I got the Mick what do they call that? That's not a what is that? Suffix? No, is that a what is that? It's it
would kind of be like a prefix, but not really.
Prefix. Yeah.
There's no space there. It's just
That's true.
I don't know what that would be called.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Either way, that's your. I can't believe how many nicknames that we've got for you.
That's 3 right off the bat, and I'm sure there might be another one that we've all forgotten. I forgot all about Bingo McDonald.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I guess I did.
Yeah.
Bingo McDonald. It's fucking funny. Spuds
is-
McGamble is easily my favorite.
That is a good one.
God, I was
really
laughing
what I thought
so
you said.
fucking hard last night.
Yeah. Just really what I thought you said.
Well, have you had a truffly do lately?
No. Well, I tell you what.
I had a truffly do this morning. Well, it wasn't
Did you?
a truffly do. No, it was a bagel, but
Oh, okay. It's close. Truffly do. Well, I can't. Did I tell you after I did eat it that all I can taste now in those hash browns is onion? That's all I can taste.
Yeah, you were
Ever
pretty
since
sour
we talked
about it.
okay. It was so long ago. It was what, Saturday night?
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Our weekend was really fucking long.
Yeah. It was. That's why I'm saying it was forever ago. Because
It feels like
it was. Yeah. It feels like it was weeks ago.
It was an insurmountable amount of time ago.
Yeah. And
which you know that only happened Friday night.
Boy, that was just Friday night. That feels like I said, it feels like that was like
a week ago. It feels like last week.
Yeah. It's just amazing how time just can fly, but yet goes so slow, if that makes sense.
Especially when you're working 36 straight hours. Like,
yeah.
I figured it out. I spend out of 36 hours on a weekend at me work, I'm awake at home for maybe 9 hours.
That's more than what I'm awake. I think this weekend, I think almost every afternoon I woke up was at least 3 o'clock. So I'm going to say at most, I think I was awake at home this weekend. At most 6 hours. That's it.
That's crazy.
Yep. Because as soon as I'd come home, I would go straight to bed, or I told you guys the story about the way I fell asleep on the couch.
Oh yeah.
Friday or Saturday morning, I basically fell asleep, basically sitting up with my legs crossed, just horribly positioned, and it hurt so bad when I woke up. So bad.
Dude. I hate that.
It's terrible. Yeah. But
right,
gamble and the truffly doos.
That was great. That's my favorite. That was my favorite part. This is you're like, now that's Hogwarts, right?
Yeah. And I was gonna be a smartass and actually put a the at the beginning. Be like, is this the Hogwarts?
My grandmother would have my grandmother always put S's at the end of everything.
Oh, that seems a very elderly thing to do.
Yeah, like she'd be like, we're gonna go over to the Walmarts. And my favorite one was she called it the Montgomery Wardses.
Oh my God, that's great.
Or Ames's. We're going over to Ames's.
Yes. I was just getting ready to say in Clearfield there was Ames, and I can't tell you how many times you would hear people say, "Well, let's go to Ames's." And then,
what the fuck is that all about, man? I don't get it.
I still hear people say they're gonna go get gas and a truffly do at Sheets's.
You guys need to try the truffly too.
Do we want to tell people why we're calling it truffly do, or we're gonna leave that for the imagination too?
No, we're gonna leave it lay.
Oh man, that's great. That is great. Because I want to see if people will actually interact with us and say, "Hey, what the hell? Like, why are you saying this?"
I know. We're gonna let it lay. I'm not gonna reveal. I reveal too much as it is, so we're just gonna keep it going. Spuds McGamble.
Yep.
Truffly do.
Truffly do. I'd say we got 3 pretty routine commenters on our show, and it's Brett, Amanda, and Kurt. Because Kurt just texted me this morning for this episode. He appreciated the name drop again, which I'm name dropping now, so he's gonna appreciate the name dropping of the name dropping.
We can't forget about Ryan and Mike.
Oh, Ryan and Mike too. Yes. And Stephanie used to. I don't know where the hell Stephanie's at. I haven't heard from her in, it feels like, at least a month. I don't know. She's busy being a mother, I guess. I guess that's allowed.
It happens.
Life happens.
Yeah.
And then I guess we're not a priority for some people, apparently.
And you got our coworkers that regularly talk to us about
Brent, Jeremy,
Charlie.
Charlie. Who else? Feels like those are the main three. The Twister. Oh, before I forget. So Twister, we were walking out of school. No, out of school. Jesus. Out of work.
This is how Truffly Doos happen, man.
This is Spuds McGamble and Truffly Doos are exactly why, with me just saying we walked out of school. So Twister, we're walking out. He's like, I asked this to Jeremy and Brad. He said, and I want your opinion. He said, okay, so you go to a movie theater. Let's say you're going to the 7:00 viewing of Ghostbusters. And nobody buys a ticket. Does the movie theater still play the movie even though there's not a single person in there?
I don't think so.
You don't think? See, I said yes.
Because I've gone to the movie. No, why would they do that though?
I don't know. I just wanted to say yes.
I've gone to the theater and they've told me that they aren't allowed to play the movie unless a certain amount of folks are there.
Oh, okay.
Now this is at the Du Bois Theater, but and this was AMC back then, so it's not like it is now, like where it's like a, privately owned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've gone in, and since there was nobody else in there, they were like, we can't play the movie unless there's like, I don't know, let's say 5 people.
Gotcha. All right. So I guess I'll change my answer to no then.
There is a minimum for some places, probably big chains like, AMC or whatever, because I don't know why. I don't see why it would make a difference, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just assumed that they would just play it anyway. Like, well, it's 7:00. We'll just, but then, that is kind of stupid. Why play it if there's absolutely nobody in there? Unless maybe just the amusement of the people that are working in the theater that day, but I guess they have an opportunity to see it basically every night.
Honestly, it probably has to do with overhead cost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it probably costs a little bit to do it versus not. It probably costs so much a month, for the electricity to run the movie. I mean, even though it's all digital now, they're not running fucking film, so.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever. That's probably why.
I like the question, though. It was a good question. I believe he said Jeremy and, oh my God, I don't remember what he said Jeremy and Brant both thought. I'm thinking they thought no. Well, it was either yes or no. I can't remember.
I mean,
but come Tuesday or next week, whenever you guys hear this, you can come back and say, Mitch, we said this. We said yes, but why are you saying we said no? So yeah, just correct me. Correct me next week whenever you hear this. And
then so what were the other questions of the weekend? Oh, do you think dinosaurs tasted good?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm sure there were some gamey ones, but I'm sure overall they were good.
And then I think Jeremy said 2 minutes for the sneeze question.
No.
2 minutes.
No.
So here's the question, folks. How long? I want to know your answer. Brett, Amanda, and anybody involved. Mike, Ryan,
Kurt.
I need to know. Kurt, how long is too long to retroactively bless somebody after they've sneezed if you missed it? Like if you saw, here's the example. I saw Mike Vern. I saw him sneeze through the window from line 3.
That doesn't sound creepy.
I just happened to look out and I saw him sneeze and I thought, I'm going to have to remember to bless him. And I thought, I wonder how long is too fucking long. So I waited, it was probably 3 hours. And I said, hey, about 3 hours ago, I saw you sneeze, and I just wanted to say, bless you, because I didn't get a chance. He just laughed. He said, thanks. So I want to know how long is too long. And the general consensus is 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. I think
Sheila said 5 seconds.
Sheila said 5 seconds. Yeah.
I originally said 5. Then I thought 5 was too long when we role played it. 5 seemed too long.
What did Ryan say?
Oh crap!
It was something like 30 seconds.
I think he was 30 seconds, something like that. We'll say 30. I think he did say 30. No, it's immediate or it's not at all.
I feel like that's wrong. I feel like if somebody reached out to me and said like 10 years ago, you sneezed while we were hanging out and I said nothing. I'm sorry. God bless you. I'd be like, dude, thank you.
I've never given any freaking thought about sneezing, thanking anybody, blessing anybody. That has never crossed my mind.
10 years later?
Never. I'm going to be laying in bed tonight. I'd be like, oh, that's right. I saw somebody sneeze. I better text them and tell them, bless you. Come on.
Please do that.
Come on. No way.
No
way. Well, I just heard, what was it? I think I heard Izzy in her bedroom last night sneeze. I did not go thank her, and I haven't even thought about, or blessed her. Haven't blessed her, haven't thought about blessing her. It's done.
That's even funny.
Sneeze.
You should thank somebody for sneezing. Like, thanks.
Oh, man.
So when I was, I guess every story I tell is whenever I was younger, but when my daughter was little, probably Wesley's current age, I heard her sneeze and then bless herself.
Nice.
And I thought, hell yeah, that's some shit. That's a whole other level of fucking something that people should be doing.
Well, I'll even one up it. This isn't anybody that I know, but there's a video of a football player. He was in college at the time, and he was being interviewed. He sneezed, he blessed himself, and he thanked himself. All at once.
God, I love.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, what the hell was his name?
Awesome. That is some fucking top tier level fucking cocky shit.
Let's see, it was Quinnen. I don't know why I remember this.
I fucking love that.
Quinnen Williams sneeze. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it. I'm going to turn it up full blast because here it is on YouTube. If not, I'll send it to you.
So the different character things. What is it? Thank you that I got here. So,
did you hear it?
Yes, I love that.
Bless you. Thank you.
Man, you could get so fucking weird with it. Like, you could sneeze and then, like, what if you could only bless yourself if you were looking at yourself?
Oh, good God.
You just, like, take out your phone camera and put it on selfie mode. Be like, thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
So I just sent it to you.
Oh, my God. That's too funny.
Sneeze, bless you, thank you. All within, it's a 7-second clip, so it's sneeze, bless, thank, done. And he just keeps talking.
Yeah, that reminds me of that guy, the bowler. It's not a sneeze. It's not sneeze related, but yeah, who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah. That guy was such a dick too. Because I actually, as crazy as it sounds, I used to watch bowling when it was on TV occasionally. And I remember that dude. I just always thought he was such a dick. Well, first off, you're wearing sunglasses indoors. You're already a dick for doing that. And then just his and I understand why he was doing it. He was trying to, he needed to be a polarizing figure to make bowling cool, all that other stuff. So I get why he did it. But oh my God, that clip is just hilarious. Who do you think you are? I am.
I love it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, something fucking crazy happened. When I was trying to watch the Penguins game, it made me so mad. And I was like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. I put the Penguins game on. It said it was on. And it said it in the corner of the screen. I said Pittsburgh Penguins at wherever the fuck they were, Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the fucking Pirates game. And I thought, maybe it just comes on after the Pirates game. So I sat there and watched the Pirates win again. They're 5-0, which is crazy.
They are 5-0, yeah. That's awesome.
And all I could think the entire time was, how the fuck does Mitch watch this all? This is so boring. It's the most uneventful thing I've ever watched, but that's beside the point. So I watched that, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like my phone threads are blowing up. Everyone's like talking about the game, and I'm like, how the fuck is this not on yet?
Yeah.
And then I go back to the guide, and I realize that there's 2 Pittsburgh sports nets.
Yes, there's the plus.
Yeah, so on the one that says Penguins, the Pirates are on, but on the one that said Pirates, the Penguins are on.
Oh, that makes it stupid there.
I was pissed. So then I go back to that when I start watching the game, and then it goes to a commercial break. And when it comes back from the commercial break, here they are talking about the Pirates. And I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I flip back to the other channel, and that's the fucking Penguins game. I'm like, dude, I don't understand. What the fuck? Like, I was getting so angry.
Yeah, because I had seen that on Twitter, whatever, X, whatever you want to call it, that it had said it was for the Penguin. It was the Penguin social media, and they're saying to watch the game, go to Sportsnet Plus until the Pirate game is over, and then go. But the program, that makes no sense for the programming to put the Pirates where it said the Penguins and the Penguins where it said the Pirates.
No, I was pissed because I didn't catch that because I don't get on X.
Yeah.
So I just didn't see it, and I was like, it was pissing me off.
Yeah.
I probably missed like 6 minutes of I missed the first goal, which, whatever.
Well, yeah, because the first goal was 16 seconds into the game. I saw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking Brian Russ, buddy. He's been fucking killing it.
He has not been rusty.
That's true.
Okay, that was dumb.
All right, folks. We're going to do debates like we promised we would. We're not going to sit here and, jib jab the entire time. We've already been at it for 26 minutes, so we might as well get into the meat.
Let's get meaty.
Last time we did food topics, so this one's just general debates.
Yes. All right, so we got these funny debate topics are just as much fun for little ones as they are for the big kids. Okay, I will start.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead, Spuds.
Spuds McGamble on the case here. Here we go. All families should have a pet. I agree.
Oh, do you?
Because I've got 3 dogs and 2 cats, so.
Well, just so I don't have any pets.
Oh. Okay. Well,
okay.
I don't know what to say about that.
It's because I want to, but
I just feel
in the past, my work schedule has not been very forgiving for me to have a pet, but now it's not so bad. There's always somebody here, so it'd probably be okay. But
with Wesley, it would be a little nerve-wracking having, because that's how we were with Izzy. We had a dog before we had Izzy, and the dog's name was Phoebe. And for a while, we kind of knew because Phoebe was the most chill dog that that you could have. So we were nervous, but we weren't nervous. It was still just one of those, how's the dog going to react? And a cat. We had a cat too. Like, how are they going to react to, a baby crying and screaming and crawling and grabbing hair and all that other stuff when they get old enough?
Right.
I can see why some people would want to wait, if they have kids, like you said, work schedule, kids. But I feel like once kids get a certain age, then you have to at least think about it.
I mean, I don't want Wesley to grow up without a dog, but I want him to at least get to a point where, he's not super difficult to deal with.
Right.
And we're not big vacationers, so I'm not like super. In the past, I've absolutely hated having to put the dog in the kennel, and that's a whole other cost to worry about.
Yep, and we've been lucky that we have enough family members. Autumn's cousin, my sister did it a couple times where, because it makes me nauseous thinking of putting our dogs in a kennel. I just cannot do it. So every year that we've ever had a dog, which is almost every year that me and Autumn have been together, we've had an animal. Well, actually, it has been every year. We've had at least a dog. We've always had somebody come and house sit. A couple times when we only had one dog, the people would just grab the dog and, take it to their house for a couple days. But yeah, kennels. Because there was one year we were going to go somewhere, and we couldn't find anybody to watch the dogs. And I'm like, we're not going because I'm not putting our dogs in a kennel. I said, I can't do it. I don't know why I'm so anti-kennel.
I've done it. I mean, you know, you gotta do what
Yeah.
you gotta do, I guess.
And yeah, a lot of people do it, and I know I know it's no big deal, but it's just in my head thinking of my dogs in a cage. Just, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a softie when it comes to that. I can't stand. Like I won't go to the pet store. I won't go anywhere where you see a dog, you know, it's stuck in a very tiny, secluded area. I instantly start feeling bad, and I don't know. I need to get over that shit. But anywho, I say all families should. Overall, I agree. I feel like they should have, at the very least, a cat. Cats are pretty independent for the most part. They can be assholes, though. So much worse than
that
dogs.
leads us into number 27. Dogs are better than cats.
I don't know how to answer this one.
So I'm super allergic to cats.
Mm-hmm.
My brother and I grew up allergic to both cats and dogs. We found out after we got a dog that we are allergic to both of them. Like the highest level you can be allergic to both.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we grew up and moved out, now my brother has like 6 cats, or I think he has 1 now, but he had like 6. And so he's not allergic to cats, and I still am, but he is allergic to dogs and I'm not.
Gotcha.
So that's the reason that I don't like cats, is because I've grown up staying away from them. I also think they're kind of pompous, but that's besides.
They are very pompous. Like I said, they're arrogant assholes at times. They disappear for, you know, hours on end. You have no idea where they are. They pretty much take care of themselves, so that's the one positive. You know, you don't have to take them out to go pee every hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, yeah, you do have to clean the litter box, but...
Do you think anybody's litter trained a dog?
Oh, I'm sure there have been litter trained dogs. I can't imagine that there isn't.
I mean, that'd be the way to go.
That would be the way to go. I'd be down with that, because it's really all that much different than, you know, teaching them on pee pads.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it would just be, you know how sometimes dogs don't like the feel of certain, you know, floors. But you get them young enough, they would probably walk in there no problem and pop a squat. So yeah, I think you could do it.
That'd be
I
interesting.
guarantee you it's been done.
I used to rant about it when I worked at Walmart warehouse. The sheer amount of things that came out of that facility just blew me away, and I thought, wow, the amount of people that buy like these things on a daily basis was tremendous. And then my boss told me that this is only like 5 Walmart stores or something. Like, it was not that many. And it blew my mind even further, because the amount of like vacuum cleaners and like Sterilite containers and just random shit that went out of there was just ungodly. And cat litter, like unfucking real amounts of cat litter.
Oh, yeah. It probably would be eye-opening how much probably goes out during a typical day.
5 to 6 pallets a day, easily.
A day?
Holy
shit, that's a lot of litter.
Literally hundreds of different types of cat litter.
Golly.
Pet food, like ungodly amount. That didn't surprise me as much as just like, and I would get so pissed at the amount of cat litter that went out. Because I had to throw all of it. You know, it just annoyed me. Like, and what the fuck are we doing? Like,
a lot of people with cats and dogs. A lot of pet owners out there.
Yeah, I love the idea of having like a fish tank. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, fish tanks are cool.
But I just don't want to. I'm not interested in like the upkeep.
Yeah. And that's one part that does, with, like I said, having 3 dogs, 2 cats, it's like constant, taking them outside, food in the bowls, make sure there's water, this, that, all the, the barking and which 2 of the 3 dogs don't bark at all, hardly ever bark. It's the one that barks all the frickin' time. The cats are, pretty cool, but at times, even when it's trying to lay in bed or if I'm trying to take a nap, they're all very cuddly. So they all need to be up against me. And it's nice at first until you're trying to really sleep and it's like you cannot move because everybody's right up against you. So it's it's one of those, what do you call it, a double-edged sword, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's awesome, but yet it can also be very frustrating. But I wouldn't trade my dogs in for anything.
No, I absolutely love dogs. I think they're great. I just need to, once I get around to getting one again, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, and they're always excited when you get home, because now it's you come home and the wife and daughter are just like, hey, the dogs know they are excited, and it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have no concept of time. No,
not one bit, because I'll say that I'm leaving, go in the car, forget something, come in, and they're just, happy as can be. And I'm like, I was literally gone for 2 minutes. It's still awesome because I still got to pet them and hug them and kiss them and everything. And then I leave again.
It's funny.
It is funny.
Dogs are they're such good hearts.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Great. They are great. I got them all right here with me right now too.
Nice.
Yep. It makes you very tired when they're sleeping. That's what makes it nap so easy, when it comes to having these dogs. Because they when they start to cuddle up with you, then it's like, all right, I'm out, and then I just sleep. So, yeah, good boys and girls.
All right.
Go ahead, Spuds. One. Yes, old Spuds. Here we go. Summer is better than winter.
What do you think?
Because I'm so god dang sick of being cold, as of today, April 2nd, in the year 2024, I say summer is better than winter. But come August, when it's 3 days in a row of 90-degree heat, I'll probably say winter is better than summer. So it's usually I'm going to agree with whatever the opposite is at the time. So right now I am very much looking forward to summer. So right now I agree. Yeah. What say you?
I'm a bigger picture kind of guy.
Okay.
I'm a generalist, if you will.
Yeah, you will. Or I will. So
yeah, I'm totally in the realm of winter loving, but not the real cold shit, but I do like if it would just be kind of like it is outside today. Not rainy, minus the rain, but if it was just a cool fall day or a cool spring day all the time, it wouldn't bother me one bit. I'd be just fine.
Yep. Same.
I would wear jeans and a light coat forever. It doesn't bother me.
Yep. 60 for me, 60 to 65 degrees to me is perfect. I'd even go 70 because everyone 72 they say is the perfect temperature. I'm just a skosh below. Like I said, anywhere from I'll even go 60 to 70, somewhere in that range. If it could stay like that year round, I'd be in heaven.
Yeah, just normal, just enough to go out and cook on the grill and not it be annoying.
Yep. It's you can wear jeans, but you could also probably pop some shorts on too and not be freezing. It's just everything works.
See, now my wife absolutely loves when it is just fucking lava outside. She wants hot and she wants to sit in the sun. That's her thing. She'll do it all day if she could.
That's too much. I can't do it.
And I just can't.
No.
I don't want to be hot.
Yeah. because I sweat way too easy. I
She
get all
likes that, though.
sweaty,
I don't
and
know what her deal. I don't know why she likes that. I mean, whatever. More power to her, and I'm happy to let her go out there, and I'll be like, shit, I'll sit inside and watch the kids.
yeah,
That's fine.
yep. Some people love it, and yeah, like I said, good for them. But I'm just not that. There are those certain times when I do kind of like to go out and do yard work when it's hot and get a good sweat going, but shortly after I start getting it, well, I know I've talked about this. I get a heat stroke or heat something really quick, because then it doesn't take long for me to get one of those freaking heat headaches where it's just right in the front of your head. One of those ones.
Yeah.
And then it just takes so long to get rid of. And then when I get a headache, I get extremely grumpy. So
go ahead.
I don't know what I was gonna say after so. I was just gonna say so and then just be silent after that.
So if there's something that I would like, if I had if I had 25 wishes, like one of the wishes would probably be to get rid of morning dew.
You're not a dew guy.
Not a dew guy.
Oh, what is it about the morning dew?
Okay, only because I don't really like. I really would rather mow the grass in the morning.
Gotcha.
Like if I had to do it, I'd rather do it like first thing.
Yeah.
When it's not so hot.
That I totally get. So yeah, that would be.
But you can't because of the morning dew, and then you have to wait.
Yeah.
Till all the dew is dry, or your lawnmower will clog.
Yep. I get it now.
It fucks me off to no end.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I get all fucking hot and bothered by, no pun intended. I get all hot and bothered by why we mow our lawns. So one of these episodes, we're probably going to end up doing the history of lawns.
That would be an interesting one.
It is very interesting, and it fucks me right off. I hate it. It's so dumb. I vehemently hate it.
So yeah, I'd say that'll be a really good summertime episode because, come July, by July I'm already sick of cutting grass. So it can be our like a therapy session.
Yeah. Because the reason that they're there is retarded.
Yeah. Well, let's save it.
Anybody who ever heard me talk about it on my What Came Up show, we're talking about it again. All right, number 29. Candy should be given as a reward in the classroom. This one's fucking retarded. Who cares?
Yeah, why? Yeah, who cares? I mean,
I never got candy in the classroom, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if kids want candy, then give it to them. If they're got diabetes, then don't give it to them. I guess I don't know. Yeah,
yeah. I already know your answer. I already know where you're going for number 30. So
yeah,
we've talked about it many a time on the show.
Yep. Number 30, clowns are more scary than funny. Abso-freaking-lutely. Clowns are terrible.
I will not deny that they aren't kind of freaky, but they don't scare me. But I also don't think they're funny.
They are not funny. There's nothing that they do is funny. Nothing. Ooh, watch me pull all this fucking shit out of my arm and let me squeeze my nose. Oh, we're all going to fit inside a tiny car and we're going to do this.
I'll tell you what, though. I absolutely love Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, really?
That movie is awesome. Because they're so, they're so exaggerated. So I can imagine it kind of like giving you the heebie-jeebies, but it's so old 80s, like literally 1980 is like when it came out. So it's so old.
Yeah.
And it's so just not well done. Very cheaply made. But I fucking love that movie so much because it's not scary in any capacity.
Yeah. I've heard that name hundreds of times, and yeah, like I said, I will absolutely not watch it.
I mean, I don't blame you, but my favorite part is like where these kids, they're the ones who discover this fucking random circus tent in the middle of whatever, and it's like a spaceship, and they're like, what the fuck? And they go in there and see all this crazy shit. And they run to the police, and the police are it's literally every police officer from every horror movie ever. And they're just like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, move along. Yeah, sure.
Have you been drinking there, son? Yeah, you gotta lay off the weed.
The chief comes in, and he's listening to this kid fucking bitch, and he goes, Killer Clowns from Outer Space? holy shit! Like, it's fucking funny, dude. Like, his line delivery is unbelievable. I don't know. It cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah, stupid clowns. That's why I'm so glad that McDonald's is gone in Clearfield. That goddamn painting.
Oh yeah.
I still picture it. It's been 40 years since that painting's been there. Well, maybe 35. I can still picture that clown. And I swear to God, I don't care what anybody says, the goddamn thing's eyes moved. He moved. It watched you walk up and down. No. Hate it.
That reminds me of that Family Guy with the McDonald. Ronald McDonald's his father, and his daughter comes out. He's like, "Oh no, you're not going out with all that makeup. You're a
like,
McDonald,
not a whore,
not a whore."
Like, no. Because that's always like their go-to with a lot of the things. They're like the father's always like, no. It's always like multiple no's. Like, no. Where are you going? You're a McDonald. Not a whore.
Not a whore. I love that shit.
Oh.
All right. Number 31. Modern music is better than classical music. I think that's situational.
Yeah, like when they're saying classical, are they saying like just straight up like classical as in violins, like band, like nothing but instrumental? Or are they saying...
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah. I agree.
That's the way I take it.
Yeah, okay. Like, when I heard modern, I was like, are they saying, like, modern as in, like within the last 10 years compared to classical? I guess they're not saying, like, classic music. I'm thinking, like, classic rock.
I'd say anything from, like the 50s on would be
considered modern. Okay. Then yes, that's, to me, absolutely. I'm not a classical music guy.
Well, okay, so obviously not exclusively classical music, but my friend Lane he was my old co-host. He put me on to something whenever he was delivering pizzas. He said sometimes you just need music on, but you just don't want you don't want it to be busy. So he told me, he's like, put on the classical music station. He goes, it's nice to just deliver pizzas and have the music, but you can think freely.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, okay, I can get behind that. And I tried it a few times, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. That doesn't bother me that bad. And then even Amanda can testify to this. And someday, whenever I get you to come over here for like Friendsgiving or whatever, my go-to move is to put on like jazz, like dinner jazz. Because like number one, I don't like a silent house. I don't like dinner to be quiet.
Right. Oh no.
And I'm not like a TV on in the background type of guy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just put on like a light jazz all day.
Okay. All right. I could be okay with that.
Yeah, just to kind of cut the silence, like.
Yeah. I mean, now growing up, my friend Joe Rokier, who I talked about on here before, he was huge into classical music. So there'd be times when we would like go to Du Bois or whatever, and if we didn't, if he didn't like listening to the radio, sometimes he had of course back then a cassette tape of like classical music, and he would play it. Or, we'd be at his house and sometimes he would pop it on. I mean, it's not terrible. It can be very soothing and very, very nice. But when it comes to saying which is better, hands down, it's modern music.
So let's put it into a different perspective. What about like, could you sit and listen to casually, like just John Williams?
Casually, no.
Like you wouldn't put on a movie soundtrack and listen to it?
No, I've never done that.
Like a score?
No.
See, I've done it for certain things. Like I've done it for, this might sound weird, but like I like the soundtrack to Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was really cool.
Okay.
And I would often listen to that because it's just orchestra.
Uh-huh.
And I thought this is neat. Or I'll listen to like the Stranger Things scores because I think they're cool.
Yeah, see, I've
There's-
never been much of a score guy.
Huh.
If
I think they're-
anything, oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. I just think they're the same exact concept, just has a little bit more of a vibe to it, like a specific vibe.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing against, like, okay, so when it does come to, I think I do have 3 or 4 scores of Star Wars movies on my phone that I will listen to. So I guess, but I don't have a lot, and I won't listen to it like consecutively. I won't listen to like four scores, in a row. Like having it mixed in occasionally is fine with me. Because I think I have a couple from, say, Revenge of the Sith. I have a couple scores from there. They're damn good. Those are damn good.
No,
and then
for
I
sure.
got the one that from Phantom Menace when they're fighting Darth Maul. That one, because then you hear it again in Revenge of the Sith. It's called Duel of the Fates.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's an orchestral banger. Orchestratal banger. I fucking shit. Anyway,
Orchestertle Bangle.
Your orchestral bongers. But I mean, there are times. Well, like I said, the one person is I can credit Joe Roki for kind of, listening to those kind of, those parts. And also Joe Carflate, my other friend, his mother was a music teacher at Kerwinsville. And Jesus, I saw the thing down there. She would play, like just instrumental stuff. So, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not bad. It's just not my thing. And okay, I don't know if this is an old wives' tale, urban legend, whatever, but have you ever heard this, that I feel like we were told this in school, that the night before a test, listen to classical music in the background. Have you ever heard that? And then you're supposed to do, that's supposed to put your mind at ease, make you smarter or some sort of shit. And
well, okay, I've not heard that.
No?
I've not heard that it would put your mind at ease or make you smarter, but I have heard that if you it's just a mnemonic device.
It's a what?
You never heard of a mnemonic device?
Mnemonic?
A mnemonic device. You never heard that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Mnemonic.
Okay. I'm not just using big. That's what it's called.
I'm sure it is.
A mnemonic device would be in music class when you're trying to learn, every good boy does fine, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Oh yeah.
Those are mnemonic devices to help you remember the order of operations.
Oh.
Shit like that. So basically what they say is what I think I remember is if you are able to listen to classical music while you study and then able to listen to the same stuff while you're taking the test or play it back in your head, maybe, I don't know if because you can't always listen to music when you're testing, that'll help you remember what you were reading while you were hearing it.
Gotcha.
Same thing with chewing gum. If you chew specific types of gum while you're studying and then chew the same gum, it'll help you remember the answers correctly. And there's some truth to that, because there are many times where I remember, just from listening through, I can remember where I was when I heard certain songs, just different vibes that I got in different areas of town. I can remember being oh, I was listening to this podcast one time when I was over here, in this area of town. It just, drawing memories based off what it was. And I can remember all the guys that I lived with, years ago. We always said we had rituals, nightly rituals, where we would go and we would get a movie from Redbox, and we would get crackers and cheese from the grocery store. And we would sit down, we would eat the crackers and cheese, we would watch the movie. And I have so many memories based off of what movie we watched that day. I would say, yeah, I remember that because we were watching, Thor that day.
Yeah.
And it just helps me, bank all those memories. Like, and
Right.
it's an easy way to do, and it still happens now. I can remember lots of things because of something I did that day or something that was so specific.
Right. Gotcha. So that's a
here
mnemonic.
I am just talking about how memory works. Yeah, it's a mnemonic device. Same thing.
I thought those-
Like, if somebody handed me a big old bag of fucking Pokemon cards, it takes me immediately back to a specific memory of the first time I smelled Pokemon cards. Like, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have that with, I think I talked about this before on here. I feel like we talked about this because, or it might have been work. Who the hell knows? When I open up a bag of Doritos, my first thought is I remember being at the Kerwinsville Dam, sitting there swimming and, enjoying the day.
Huh.
Like every time between that and, oh my God, flock of seagulls. I ran so far away. I remember Doritos and that song instantly takes me back to 1980 whatever, sitting there at the beach of Kerwinsville Dam. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, man, smells are powerful. That's why I always admire. I always thought that smells would be the antithesis to time travel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Smells.
if you could recreate a smell and it would take you back to such a vivid memory, you'd be able to travel that way.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be kind of neat.
That would be kind of neat. Yeah, because I can think of a couple other smells that take me back.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah. So that was a
The-
mnemonic.
hell,
Was okay.
This is crazy. And Mike,
Yeah.
if you're listening, the soap. This is so fucking random, but like the soap that we used at Taco Bell that we put in the mop water, like in the mop bucket to make it smelled exactly like the soap that I used at my grandmother's house growing up.
Oh.
So I loved mopping the floors because I got to use that soap, and it just gave me good
Take
vibes.
it back
Like,
in time, yeah. Like I remember Irish Spring takes me back to it was I think 3rd grade field trip. We went to this place called McKeever. It was it was like an outdoorsy kind of place. You spent the night there. But I just remember something there smelled like Irish Spring. So when I smell that, I get taken back to then. Was it 3rd grade or 4th grade was McKeever? Might have been 5th grade. Couldn't have been 3rd. 3rd seems like we were too young. I don't
No,
think
it
they
was
would take
4th grade.
3rd graders to... Did you do McKeever? What the hell is even McKeever? What the
I
hell
don't
is
even know what the
that?
hell you're talking about. I'm just trying to validate your response.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it was 4th grade.
McKeever Environmental Center. Oh, it's permanently closed.
Oof.
Oh, man. I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember we got like a piece of wood and we lacquered it and stuff, and then we put our name on it. And then I think we learned about other like plants and shit. Apparently nobody else likes to do that. Where the hell's Sandy Lake?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh my God, there it is. Look at that. I remember that auditorium. Huh. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know where this was. I remember we took a bus and we took that, and something smelled like Irish Spring there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that some shit?
It is some shit. I'm getting nostalgic here. I'm looking at some of this stuff here. I
Smells
apologize.
are wild, man.
Smells are very wild.
Crazy.
So where
how,
Sandy Lake doesn't show like it's all that far away. Open in maps. I apologize for doing this. Oh hell, it's 106 miles away.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going there. Oh wow, that's all the way out in Clarion. Looks like past Clarion. Yeah, well
Clarion's
past
only
Clarion.
40 miles from here.
Yeah, it's well past Clarion. Oh well, that's a shame. Well, like I said, maybe none of you younger folks know what McKeever is. I don't know. Like I said, I just remember it being a Kerwinsville, at least a Kerwinsville thing. I'm sure other schools did it too. No, it had to have been 3rd grade because I think Mr. Gearhart was with us. Okay. Anywho, let's move on because I'm gonna end up having a conversation and an argument with myself here, trying to figure out what year it was. So, okay, let's go to the next one. So we went from modern music and classical music to smells. That sounds about right.
Hey, yeah, how the fuck did we do that?
I don't know. I already forget because we went about classical music. Well, we did classical music and then we said about remembering things. And then that's when we started to, because I said about school. And then, yeah, so then we went to smells and then I was, yeah.
Music is as powerful as smells.
Music is very powerful. Yes,
I
do.
In terms of memory unlock.
Yep. I remember. Yes. Yeah, there's some songs that you can remember other things happening in. And yeah. Good times. Good times.
That's why Christmas music is so popular to some.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why it's not, especially if you've have a bad time around Christmas time. I get it.
Well, yeah. Like I said, with me and Mannheim Steamroller, I told that story in one of our Christmas episodes.
Yeah.
When I hear Mannheim Steamroller, I think of puking in the Clearfield Mall in between Ames's and Fashion Bug.
Yeah, there you go.
I remember puking. I remember getting hauled into the car, and I remember just hearing Mannheim Steamroller in the car. I think they must have had me in the all the way in the back because we had like a hatchback Subaru. And I think they threw me back all the way in the back so that if I puked, it wouldn't get on the seats. It would just get on what was back there.
Well, I remember, and I don't know if I ever told this story on the show, but I know I had to have mentioned it to you at once. Chris Johnson likes to tell this story because for some reason he thinks it's just so bizarre. And it is. It's bizarre.
Uh-huh.
But one of my favorite Christmases, it was right around the time Blade Trinity came out. Whatever year that was, somewhere in the 90s.
Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Alba? Jessica Biel. Okay.
I don't know. It was somewhere around then.
All right.
It was one of my favorite Christmases, and my mom had got me some Adidas cologne.
No.
And I just thought it smelled awesome.
Yes.
So good. And I just never smelled it ever again.
Mm-hmm.
After that bottle was gone, I just never had that ever again. And I missed the way that it smelled. And then one day, randomly, I'm walking through Sheets on the Beeline, and I smell that smell coming from somebody.
Yeah.
And I walk past this guy, and I stop dead in my tracks.
I do remember the story now.
I turn around and I tap him on the shoulder, and he turns and looks at me, and I sniffed him. I sniffed his chest. Like,
so creepy.
I just inhaled this guy, just full on, and I just said, "Oh, what are you wearing?" And he goes, "Okay, it's called Ocean, and I got it at Walmart." And I'm like, "Cool,
oh my
thanks."
God.
Like, I later apologized to him, but yeah.
Now, how long after you apologize? Is this like the sneezing? Is this like, did you follow him around Walmart like an hour later? Be like, you know what? An hour ago, I sneezed and I moaned, or I didn't sneeze. I sniffed you and I moaned. I want to apologize for that.
No,
or
this
did you immediately?
No, I went and got whatever I was going to get at Sheets, and he was still waiting at the front paying for his order or whatever. And I walked by and I said, "Hey, sorry about that. I just wanted to know. I really like the way that smelled." And he's just like, "It's cool, man." And that was kind of the end of it. I guess he could have reacted way worse.
Well, yeah,
because lucky me. But
if somebody walks up to me and goes, "Oh," I would probably be. I know what I would do. I would just stand there and stare and smile, and just accept it. So I'm I'm not gonna sit here and be
That
like,
would've made
you
it
know how you
worse.
got those people would be like, yeah, if the guy comes up to me and sniffs me and moans, I'm gonna punch him in the face. Of course, I would never do that. I never punched a person in my life, so I know I wouldn't. I would just think, all right, this is a weird encounter. Maybe a little turned on right now too.
Like Brant said, just I might be gay now.
I might be.
I love that.
the way I was twerking, I can totally understand it because
That was-
you know.
That was so on Brant. That was on point, buddy. Like I
Yeah.
absolutely thought that was hysterical.
That was but I didn't hear because I did my motion and I heard him say something like immediately, like it was all very fast. So it sounded like it was just a very awesome 5-second interaction there.
Well, we were both just taken aback by the fact that you were just standing there trying to twerk.
Yeah.
And I looked at Brant like, are we really watching this right now? And
Yeah.
his response was, I might be gay now. Like, it was fucking awesome.
Was it? I don't even know if it was the twerking or me actually going boom, boom, boom as I was doing it.
It was something.
Because
It was probably just
you
the
might
whole
not
thing.
have, you might not have heard me saying the boom, boom, boom as I was doing it.
I was just impressed that you were doing it.
Yeah. Well, my back hurt for hours after I did it. But
Worth
it's
it.
totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Yeah, completely.
But all right, see, here we go. We're gonna keep going on smells. The smell that I want to remember, because me and Autumn, when before we started dating, there was a cologne out there called Curve, and that was my go-to. That might have been what I was wearing when I was voted the hottest guy in Sears. That might have been what did it. It might have been the Curve and my natural pheromones and my pure sexuality was just the perfect storm for. But
all the women at Sears are just listening to Backstreet Boys, just picturing you. Just is Mitch sexual?
Yep, darn right.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story? Okay, I think I did. So this is back to another steer. I'm going all over the frickin' place. But we'll go back to Curve. I don't know if, well, I guess we can be done with Curve. I don't know if they still make Curve cologne or not. But I'd love to be able to smell that again. But back to Backstreet Boys. When I was there, I think it was a Backstreet's second album was coming out. And there was this huge promotion of Backstreet Boys and something with Sears. And everybody got a commemorative, like a CD of like 2 or 3 songs. It was like it wasn't any of their good stuff. It was like their C stuff. It wasn't even their B-side stuff. It was like C or D. And so we had a couple of those CDs sitting around. Well, we also had pictures of us, like us guys in the receiving department. We would get our pictures taken, like if we were like employee of the week or something. So Ryan Patricelli and who else was it? I think it was Toby, Ryan, Steve Wright. We all cut our faces out of our pictures and we planted them on the pictures of the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, it's awesome.
And then we changed the name. When we took the street out, he erased the street and put Stock. So then we were called the Backstock Boys. And it had a picture of us. And he, of course, you couldn't we had no phone, to take pictures. So you had to basically photocopy everything. And then it was like a full on looked like an album because we had the picture of us on the front and then a picture, on the back had like names of songs and we had it all like in relation to, Sears related stuff. I wish I could have kept that. I know I have it somewhere, but I cannot find it. I wish one of these guys had it, but I don't think anybody has it anymore. So that's our little Backstreet thing. I think I was Kevin. I think my face was in Kevin's body. I'm pretty sure I was Kevin. I was either Kevin or Nick. One of the two. I can't remember. So anywho.
That's a great story, man.
It is. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It'd be much more better for visual stuff. But anyway, back to the smells. Yeah, I don't even know. I want to Google if they even make Curve. Because I remember it was like in a weird looking bottle. Curve Cologne. Let's see. Oh, there it is. $30 on Amazon. There's the bottle because it has the little orange. Had that little orange thing where you pump it. You took the little orange thing off. Here we go. I'm gonna send that to you. All this brings me back to my. This was peak Mitch Bloom. Here was when I was rocking the Curve Cologne, listening to Backstreet Boys. I was just old enough to finally form facial hair too at this time too. I had a goatee.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
You should order awesome.
One. That's a lot. $30 is a lot though for cologne. I would never wear it. Maybe if I could get like a free sample, I would maybe do that. That's just a 4 ounce. Well, there's one where it's just a half an ounce. That's still $11. I'm sure there's got to be some somewhere. Oh, look at that guy. That guy's very handsome. Yeah, Curve. Oh my God. Well, now why does it say there's like all these different lavender, sandalwood? What the hell's cardamom? 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 I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, I might have to get it. I might have to. Maybe
you should.
Yeah, I might. All right, let's get back because we're all over the damn place again. So
yeah, we went on a tangent.
We were massively tangent.
That's our signature move, bud.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be weird if we never went on one. I think people would think, we were, like hitting a rut, or we would be on the downward spiral of our show, as if we just legitimately just went through all of these and didn't go sideways fast.
Yeah, I mean, one moment we're talking about scary clowns, and the next moment we're talking about Curve Cologne,
Yep. Curve Cologne and Backstreet Boys.
Go, bud.
Yep. Fucking I was all Backstreet Boys because it was back then. It was Backstreet or NSYNC. You didn't really have to choose, but I chose. I was all about the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, we did, man, and yep. It was part of a, that was back then. That's when things started to, people started picking sides because one, there was always a side to be picked. And then we roll right into video game territory, and we got Xbox and PlayStation, which brings us to number 32 here.
Look at you.
Xbox is better than PlayStation.
That segue was sexy. Oh, fuck no, yeah. I'm on PetSmart now. What the hell?
What are you doing?
I don't know. Oh, it was that I hit the screen, like right below where it says Xbox is better than PlayStation. The advertisement was for PetSmart, and I hit that by accident.
Oh, I have an ad blocker on, so I don't see that.
Oh, I'm not smart enough to do that. I will have to. I'm gonna disagree, but I don't have any problem with people saying that Xbox is better. I'm just more of a. I mean, I had every Xbox there was, because I think I've told the story on, when my video game history, it was, I went from, of course I had Nintendo, then Super Nintendo, then it was PlayStation, then Xbox, then PlayStation 2, then Xbox 360. I kept sideswiping. I'd keep going back and forth. But I stopped at the 360. That's the last Xbox I had. And then I've been PlayStation ever since. But I mean, I get it if you're an Xbox guy or gal. That's no problem. But me, I disagree.
I have both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm neither here nor there.
Yeah. I'm okay either way. But me personally, I'm a PlayStation guy. I feel like a lot of their, because there's always those games that you can only get for PlayStation and ones you can only get for Xbox. I like the ones for PlayStation better. Now I know what Halo was an Xbox only, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So But see, I never played Halo, but I get it. I understand. Totally.
All right. Next one. Football is better than soccer.
I agree. Even though I have gotten a little bit more, I have been watching soccer more over the last couple of years, especially when it comes to the World Cup. I watch it, men's and women's. I dig it. It's okay. It's still very low on my list.
I like Ted Lasso made me like soccer, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, like I said, there's a couple times here on Saturday mornings. There's the Premier League, and if there's absolutely nothing on, then I'll watch some of it. But yeah, it can be boring at times. But I don't know.
I'm gonna follow football, but
attaboy.
But hockey's my top priority, so I'm not gonna prioritize one of the. I'm gonna prioritize hockey over football.
Oh yeah, and that's all right.
In terms of, game, but I will watch, if hockey isn't on and there's a football game on, I'll probably watch that.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to be like you are, and I'm like, I won't watch just any football game. Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said last week. Oh, excuse me for the yawn. It doesn't matter. If there's football on TV, I will watch it. Like Thursday night games, don't care who's on, I turn it on. Do I watch it all from beginning to end? No, I'll flip around and, watch something else. But I make sure I watch. I feel like I'm missing something, even if I have no rooting interest in either team. I still feel like I got to watch some of it. I don't know why. But yeah, I like my football, even college football. Like, I feel like I got to watch it as much as I can. But you'll enjoy football, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, football's not new to me. I watch the Super Bowl every year, and I don't know. Maybe it'll change. My love for sports has changed, so we'll see how it goes this season.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Spuds.
Spuds. Here we go. What? Every time you've said Spuds, I say Spuds too. I don't know why I repeat Spuds, because you're calling me Spuds. So why am I saying Spud? You're like, because you're like, Spuds, here we go. And I'm always like, Spuds, okay. If we go back and listen to this, I think that's the third time now where you call me Spuds and then I instantly say Spuds. I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. 34. Everyone should make their bed every day. No.
I don't make my bed ever. Fuck that.
Yeah, Autumn gets mad whenever Autumn likes to make at least her side of the bed. She'll make her side of the bed every morning. And then sometimes when she comes home, she'll be like, oh, you didn't make your side of the bed. I'm like, well, it's just going to get messy anyway. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. There's no point to it.
No.
Nobody fucking goes back there.
No, that's what I'm like. Yeah, there's nobody that goes into our bedroom except me and Autumn. And sometimes Izzy will go in there some nights, and sometimes in the evening after school, she'll be like, I'm going to go lay in your bed. And then she just destroys the bed. It's just amazing what she can do. Tearing the sheets and comfort all over the damn place. But no, I'm not. No, make your bed, don't make your bed. I don't care.
I need to break back to a tangent real quick.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you the story of how I used to man, I'm usually not the type to get embarrassed, but this is a weird one.
Okay.
Have I ever told you about how I used to rub the Little Tree air fresheners in my mustache?
In your mustache? I don't think.
Dude, I will never forget I did it so much that it was so normal to me to do.
Why?
Because it smelled good.
Wow.
It was so normal that and it was so regular for me that I didn't realize that nobody else knew that I did it. And one day I'm on my way I'm going to a concert with with my buddy Landon. We're in Pittsburgh, and we're getting ready to get out to go into the show. And I was like, dude, hold on 1 second.
Oh my God.
And I like pick up it's literally attached to my car mirror.
Oh.
And I reach up. I can't even talk. I reach up and I fucking grab it and I stretch it back and I rubbing it all over my mustache. And he's like, bro, what the fuck?
Wow.
And he's like, I can't even fathom what the
Like,
why you're doing that.
Did you like how did you like with your motion? Were you like against the hair, or were you like aggressive with it, or did you just gently caress it on your mustache hair?
No,
like,
man, I rubbed it in there.
You were like almost like you're brushing your teeth, but you're like brushing the tree into your stash.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's like, why are you doing that?
Oh
and
my
like,
God.
Because I look over at him just completely like, oh shit. You're the only person that knows that I do this. And he's like, for good reason, I guess. Jesus. And he's like, I don't understand. Why? And I was like, well, we've been smoking cigs the whole time. Like, I want to smell good. And he goes, you're the only one who's going to smell that.
But that's all right.
Yeah, that's what I want. And he goes,
unless some girl comes walking up to you like you did that dude and starts smelling you.
Right.
Yeah.
Which wasn't what I was doing it for. It was such a habit at that point.
Yeah.
I thought, why not? And it was the black ice.
Okay.
And it smelled awesome. And I was like, fuck yeah. At least I have the illusion that I smell good. Like,
I remember one time me and Mike Green, we went somewhere, and then it turned out when we pulled in, we saw these like really hot girls were there. And then we're like, oh my God, like, do we smell all right? And then I had a tree freshener, and we scrubbed it on our armpits. And then I scrubbed it, then we rubbed it on our neck to try to, get some sort of smell. Because we didn't have any, like, you didn't have any deodorant at the time or anything. We're like, oh my God, like, do we stink? We might stink. Because I think we went somewhere. I think we went like practice baseball or something. Because I can't imagine we would have done it. I don't remember the exact specifics. I just remember pulling in and being like, oh my God, like, there's good looking girls there. We're like, what if we stink? And then Mike Green was like, well, let's just use this. And he's, scrubbing it on his pits. And then I'm like, well, let me do that. And then I scrubbed it on my pits. And I don't remember it really helping or hurting, but we did it.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Maybe next time. Well, I didn't have a mustache at the time though, so I wouldn't have been able to. I'm gonna have to try that. I want to see you do it sometime.
I haven't done it. No, I haven't done it in a really long time. Like decades.
Oh.
But I feel like he probably still remembers that.
I would hope. That is definitely something that is very memorable.
I'm gonna have to ask him. I'm gonna text him right now.
Text him.
See if he remembers.
All right. So while you're texting, I'll just go ahead and read the next one, too. I feel like we've talked about this before. It would be better to be able to fly than to be able to turn invisible. I think I'd rather be invisible than fly. Flying would be cool, though.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what I would.
One. That's a really hard one.
Because being able to fly would be so freaking cool. But then being invisible, but what are the real options to being invisible? I mean, there's really no positives, I mean. No, I'm changing my mind. I think it would be better to fly, because invisible, no. What if you go somewhere and they're talking shit about you, but they don't know you're there because you're invisible? Then my feelings would get hurt.
Well, yeah, I feel like the benefits of flight would be more beneficial than invisibility.
Yeah.
Depends on the rules. Depends on the rules of invisibility that you have. If things that you touch also become invisible, that would be handy.
True.
If you have to be naked when you're invisible,
Oh,
that would
then
not
I'm
be
out.
handy.
No.
But if like your
Yeah.
clothes also become invisible, then that would also mean that the things you touch become invisible, and I would choose that over flight.
I'm gonna stay with flight.
Would you wear a cape?
Fuck yeah, I would. I've
Really?
always wanted
You'd
to wear
carry
a
a cape with you?
Hell yeah. If I'm able
Would
to
you-
fly, that's gonna be cool enough as it is.
Would you take
And-
it off when you got to where you were going?
Depends on what the cape looked like. Cape depends on my attire. I don't know
Would
if it would be
you-
cape weather. If it's cape weather, I would wear it.
Now, how
Um,
often do you think you would use your power of flight?
Maybe once a day.
Once a day, really?
Yeah, maybe twice.
Even in
'Cause
the
I'm
cold?
still. Well, I'd bundle up. I'd put 2 capes on. I'd double cape it, and
That
then
has
I
nothing
should
to
be.
do with it. Capes don't aid in the power of flight.
You don't know that.
I do know.
What if it does?
Do you know why capes are a thing?
I don't.
You don't.
No.
So I'm looking at this picture right here in front of me, the Thomas Kincaid, Thomas Kincaid drawn trio: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman has a cape and he's on the ground. Superman has a cape and he's in midair. And Wonder Woman has no cape and is also in midair.
Okay.
Okay. Capes. Well, Wonder Woman has hair, long hair. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Capes were only given to superheroes to show motion.
Oh.
So Superman can fly without a cape.
Okay.
So the reason is because Superman is primarily seen drawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's to show you that he's in motion.
Gotcha.
That's why capes are a thing.
Okay.
They
It's
don't
still
aid
in-
in that at all.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking it would look much more cool to fly with a cape. I feel that's just,
Oh,
that's
for
just what I've
sure.
been. Yeah, in my head, that's the only way to fly is with a cape.
Now, would
And-
you use it to see? Here's my problem with just if it's like like it's never really specified. Superman doesn't, we don't see Superman buying groceries. I'm sure he does,
Well, yeah,
but like he doesn't fly to the grocery store. He can't. How are you going to carry your groceries home? I mean, I guess he could.
he
But-
could.
What if you get a whole cart full of groceries?
Yeah. Well, you just pick up the cart. He would just pick up the cart and just do a
Okay,
nice.
all right.
Yeah, nice controlled-
Let's take Superman out of the equation. Let's say you or I.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna go. We're just the normal. We're as normal as we are now, but we have the power of flight. We can just
Yeah.
fly wherever we want. If you fly to the store
Mm-hmm.
and you have to get a cart full of stuff, then what?
And we're not. Yeah, then we're not gonna have. So we don't have the super strength. We just. Yeah, so then that's gonna kind of screw things up.
Yeah, so having the power of flight doesn't really do anything unless you're just going somewhere with what you have.
Yeah.
You have to have zipper pants and shit because your stuff's gonna fall out.
Yeah.
No matter where
Yeah.
you go, you have to, do
Yeah,
whatever.
it would be kind of a
doesn't have
nuisance.
phone with him, so like if you want to take all your shit with you and you gotta fly, you gotta make sure you have the. I suppose you could take a backpack
Yeah.
just with all your stuff, but at the same time, and like unless you were just going, I would probably fly to work.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Flights to work. Flights to to visit family or whatever. But yeah, like if you're talking groceries, yeah, anything where you gotta carry something, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So both
Yeah.
really aren't gonna be all that helpful with a lot of things. It's more of
You know,
just
with the power of invisibility, you could. You could go. Like let's just say at work, you could go on break for an hour
Mhm.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then just be invisible until you get back to where you want to be, and then just reappear.
That's true.
And then people will be like, where have you been? Be like, I've been here the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do because what I did originally first say invisibility. Yeah, I'd go either way. Really, it's about a 50-50.
I don't know if it's 50-50 for me.
It might be.
I
You're
probably would
more.
only end.
You're more in the invisible.
I would only end up using it to like go down to the one stop or something. You know what I mean? Something short.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly over real quick and get the mail and fly back. Like it wouldn't, take very long to do that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I don't feel like I would be doing it that often.
True. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to. That's a thinker there. But maybe invisibility might be the way to go. I don't know. Just flying though with a cape.
It'd be pretty cool to do on as like a party trick.
Yeah.
like for the 4th of July, you know what I mean? Just like fly up there and see the fireworks and show it off. But then again, I feel like I'd still be like, well, I want to be down there with my family. Like,
yeah, because I guess if you have the ability of flight, it feels like you got to have strength too. Because if you don't, because you can't really oh, I'm going to swoop down and save somebody. Well, I'm not going to be able to save anybody. I'm weak as shit. Right. So I'm not going to be able to fly them up. I'll be able to, how strong am I too? If it's just me, but I can fly, then I'm going to be pretty much worthless. I'm just going to be able to, like you said, I'm going to go to work but then it's going to be cold. Yeah, like I said, you got the weather you have to figure out. Yeah, you know what? I'm going back to invisibility.
Right.
Yeah. I'd rather be invisible.
I feel like that's a better option.
I think so too. I should have went with that was my very, very first instinct. And I should have just stayed with it. All right. Where are we now?
Number 36. Which we got to call it quits here soon because it's been 2 hours. So.
Holy smokes! All right, we'll do 36 and then we'll stop here.
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is a dumb one too. Okay. People should be allowed to go barefoot anywhere they want. No, that's disgusting. Stinky ass feet walking all over the place and propping your foot up. That's gross.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. We could probably do one more. That
one was stupid. Fiction is better than nonfiction. I agree. Nonfiction, I don't want too real worldy stuff.
You know what? I equally agree.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We'll just go to number 40 and then we'll be done.
All right, you good? I read 2, I think maybe even 3 in a row here. So
it's okay. I did that earlier, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Number 38. Everybody should play a musical instrument. I don't necessarily agree.
I don't either. I would love to know how to play one. No, I just cannot do it at all.
Right. I mean, I play guitar. I can play guitar, but I don't.
Yeah.
Think that it's not for everybody. I'm a generalist. Again, that's just the way I do things.
Yeah. Well, I showed you've seen my I always wanted to play the guitar only for 3 reasons. And I demonstrated that at work. I wanted to play, I wanted to point at somebody, those 3 little motion. Yeah. That was the only reason because I saw it on TV before. People put their one foot up on a speaker, and then when they point it when they're playing the guitar, it looks like their wiener, and they got it jetting out of their crotch. It looks cool.
It does look cool.
I always did want to try to play the drums, but I've got no rhythm at all.
It is not easy.
Yeah, and that's what I was always told was, once you get the rhythm down. But I don't know if I would ever learn the rhythm. I can't keep a beat. I can keep it for 4 seconds and then I'm all over the place.
I've sat behind hundreds of drum sets. And it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
It's not just about keeping rhythm. It's literally hard work.
Well, yeah, and then you got to use your feet. You got to use your feet, and then That's like too much, like way too much. Like I can't use my feet and my arms at the same time. I would never be able to do it.
Yeah, it definitely is not as easy as some make it. Like my buddy Sam was fucking awesome. He was one of the best drummers out there, and he would sit behind there and just blow people's minds.
Yeah.
And he made it look so effortless. But then, then he would sit back there and he would just come back out of the drum from behind the drum set and just be drenched in his own sweat.
Yeah. I think I would cramp up way too much. No.
It was just unreal.
Yeah. Damn it.
All right. Number 39. Werewolves are more dangerous than vampires. Who
I don't know.
Shit?
Yeah.
I don't really know
dangerous.
the answer to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because
I would say yes. No. What are the rules of werewolves?
I don't know. All right,
Are
is
they
it the
only at
werewolf
night?
thing? Yeah, isn't it only on a full moon? That's what
Okay.
I always was told. It was only a full moon on a clear night you turn into a werewolf.
All right.
But vampires
yes.
are every night, no matter what.
Yeah.
Vampires can sneak up behind you and, suck your blood, where werewolves, I think, there's only a certain area you would have to be worried about werewolves, where vampires, you'd be worried about them bastards everywhere. Like, they could go anywhere they wanted at night. So I think more dangerous, and I'm not up on vampires and werewolves, but to me, on the surface, I'd say vampires are more dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, okay, they also have an infectious bite.
Who, werewolves?
Yeah.
But you only have to worry about them on full moons. So if it's a full moon, just don't go anywhere. Boom, problem solved. And if you do, don't go in the woods, because I'm assuming werewolves are only in the woods. So stay in a well-lit city, and you'll be okay from werewolves, where vampires, they can be anywhere they want as soon as it gets dark.
Okay, so, all right. The danger posed by werewolves versus vampires often depends on the specific lore or fictional universe. Generally, werewolves are portrayed as more physically powerful and aggressive, especially during their transformed state. They may be more unpredictable due to their animalistic instincts and lack of control. Vampires, on the other hand, are typically depicted as more cunning and strategic. They possess various supernatural abilities, such as heightened strength, speed, and mind control, which can make them more formidable opponents. Additionally, vampires often have centuries of experience and knowledge at their disposal. Ultimately, the level of danger posed by werewolves or vampires can vary greatly depending on the context. I'm going to go, based off of that, I'm totally going to go with vampires. As far as danger...
Yeah.
Danger. That's the key word.
That's the key word. Yeah, dangerous, more dangerous.
If there's a werewolf in front of me and a vampire in front of me, like on either side of me, like one in front, one in the back, I'm running from the werewolf.
Yes. Yeah.
So I guess the answer is werewolf.
Yeah, I guess since you put it that way, then yeah. But if it's like just an overall, just you're stuck in the real world situation, then I would say if it's, you're stuck in a room, werewolf here, vampire here, probably the werewolf. But if you're out on the streets, outside somewhere, I would say vampire over werewolf. That's how I would look at it.
Yeah, I mean, if the vampire possesses mind control, he can make you turn your ass back around and face the werewolf.
Yeah. Oh, they could work together, those conniving little bastards.
Damn right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Spuds, hit him with number 40 and then we'll call it.
Number 40. People shouldn't have to go to school or work on their birthdays. Huh. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I used to always not go to school or work on my birthday.
Really?
Yep, almost always. School, not as much. But work, definitely. My old job, I always took my day off of work, or my day off where Jesus, you know what I'm trying to say. My birthday would be off work.
I mean, yeah, it should be a paid day off.
Yeah.
Just give it.
Even though that really has nothing to do with you. It's your poor mother's the one that had to, So really, the mother of the child should have that day off too.
I mean, that's true.
Because the mother's the one that did all the work. All you did was come out. Big whoop. The mother had to. Like July 18th is Izzy's birthday. I feel like Autumn should have that day off too, because she's the one that had to work for it all.
I also feel like they should give it to you off like the subsequent weekend.
Sequent? What? Why'd you say subs? Why do you say it like that? Isn't it just subsequent, not subsequent? I didn't like how you added that E to it. That made it too fancy. Subsequent. No, it's subsequent.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Do you say sequence or sequence?
I say sequence.
Okay.
But just because I say sequence doesn't mean it should be subsequent. It should be subsequent. I don't know.
Man, you're comparing apples to oranges here.
No, it's apples and apples.
You think?
No. Nah. I've just never... you threw me off because I've never heard it. I've heard it always as subsequent, not subsequent. So you threw me off, and I didn't like it.
I mean, regardless, they should give you like if your birthday lands on a weekday, like my birthday this year's on a Wednesday. I don't fucking want a Wednesday. Oh, what the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Not a thing.
And what if I'm already off?
Yeah.
Give me the next work day off. If it's a Friday, then that's when I want off.
Yeah. Well, that's how it was this year for my birthday. I was off. I mean, I came home from work, and then I just, for my birthday, I slept. And then that was pretty much it. Yeah, because it was It was a Monday, I think, this year. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with subsequent days or whatever, however you said it.
Oh, man, the next set of debates is going to be a fun one.
Oh, is it?
So we're still in the middle of these ones. There's like
really,
it looks
not too many more.
There's 10 more of these ones, and then the next 25 are going to be really fun.
Ooh. Oh my God, those first couple were pretty good.
Yeah, there's something about Darth Vader down there, and
I didn't see that. Oh my God, some of these are good. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to keep looking. I'm done looking.
So we'll hit back on that.
Yeah.
We can even skip these now. It doesn't matter. Like,
unless
you want to rapid fire them real quick without tangenting.
Let's try our best to.
Okay.
All right, 41. It's better to be the superhero than the sidekick. I think I personally would rather be the sidekick. Too much pressure. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. I'd rather be Robin or Batman. Books are better than movies.
Yes.
You definitely are yes. I would probably have to edge towards yes, even though I'm not a book reader. Everywhere I always go and listen and all this stuff, everybody always says the books are better than the movies. So yeah, I would probably have to agree with that too.
Number 43, snow skiing is better than water skiing. I've never done either, but snowboarding is pretty fun, so I'm going to go with snow skiing.
I've never snow skied, but I have water skied, and I much rather prefer water skiing, even though I've never snow skied. I think water skiing's very fun until you face plant into the water and feel like
I'm not overly fond of water, so.
Yeah. When you fall face first, when you're going at a high rate of speed, you feel like your freaking skin is slid off your face. But it's still fun.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's fun, though. I liked it.
Go ahead. Hit him, Spuds.
Yeah. You should never wear socks with sandals. I would kind of agree to that. Depends on the situation.
I mean, yeah, if you're walking out and taking out the garbage real quick, why the fuck not?
Yeah, but if you're like at the beach, if you're walking on the boardwalk and you've got socks on over under your sandals, that should not be allowed.
I mean, if they're waterproof, if they're silicone socks and they're going to keep sand off my feet, I would totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck sand.
Yeah, sand does suck. Well, I'm still pulling sand out of my one backpack that I didn't, I haven't used it in years. Last time I used it was we went to the beach 3 years ago. I'm still getting goddamn sand out of there.
Ugh, that stresses me out just thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right. Number 45. Monday is the worst day of the week. That is, it doesn't appeal. It doesn't even apply to us.
No, because in all honesty, being a Denoner now and our work schedule, I feel the Friday is the worst day of the week. Every other Friday is the worst day of the week.
Yeah.
Because we that's the beginning of our 36 hours and 3 nights.
I agree.
But yeah. Other than that, Mondays don't mean anything. Yeah, to us people, it don't mean squat. Let's see. Traveling back in time would be better than traveling forward in time. Ooh, that's a thinker there.
Well, I think it depends. I tend to think of time travel very scientifically.
Mm-hmm.
And traveling back in time, the Earth would be an entirely different location in space. So you'd travel to nothing. If you physically went there, if you went forward in time, it would be the same. If you think about it more,
I've never thought of. I'm just thinking of just time. I don't think about where the fuck the Earth is. I don't care. Do I want to go back to 1900 or do I want to go to the year 2200? That's all I think about.
I think both would be pretty cool.
Both would be cool. I think
initially, I worry more so that you wouldn't be able to get back if you went back.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that this is like just assume you're going to go and you're going to be back and and everything will be fine no matter what. Let's think of it that way. You go back in time, you'll spend 36 hours in the year 1800, whatever year you want to go to. You spend 36 hours in the year whatever, you come back, everything's normal. There's no, that whole thing about if you kill a butterfly, in whatever, it could cause a chain reaction.
If rules don't apply, then I'm choosing backwards for sure.
For sure?
I would vacation to the 80s every year.
Oh, that's right. You would go to the 80s. I think I would rather go into the future. Yeah. Even though going in the past would be cool too.
The future would be kind of cool. If you had 10 minutes. All right, here's a good question. And I don't mean to get off on a tangent, but if you had let's say you woke up tomorrow and you were in 100 years in the future and you had 10 minutes in front of a computer with Google, what would you search?
Oh my God. Oh my God, you're really putting me on the spot here. What would you tell me what you would do? Because I don't know.
I would immediately search for Blink-182 albums. I just know that's what I would do.
I'd probably like look at like I don't like initially what I'm thinking of is like just like sports related, like who were all the Super Bowl winners and like what sports are even still around, or even like pop culture things. Like movies, like is there still Star Wars? So I don't know what the very first thing would be. I would, oh my God, probably porn.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking, kinda. I don't know. I would say initially, yeah, my very first thought I would think is probably Pittsburgh sports.
Okay.
And I would go Pittsburgh sports. Then I would probably go like pop culture, like, movies, like what movies were out. But man, 10 minutes is not a lot of time.
It's not. I know I would be searching for Blink. I would probably be searching for if we had, if we got in contact with aliens, then I would probably search for movies. I would get a lot done. I would open up so many tabs.
Oh yeah, there'd be Fast and Furious stuff. I mean, Fast and Furious typing, I wouldn't be looking at. I'm sure the franchise is still, Vin Diesel probably still putting out bangers in the year 2300. Fast and Furious 85.
Orchestertle Bangles. All right. Number 13. I'm sorry. Number 47. The number 13 is unlucky.
I've never. I feel that there's too much into that. I don't buy that at all.
Did you know that hotels skip that floor?
Yes, I know. What is it? I don't think it's out. It's not called Altoona Hospital anymore. I think it's called UPMC Altoona. I'm almost positive. If you look, there is no 13th floor. It goes 12, then 14. That's the first time I'd ever seen that. And then that's when somebody said, "Oh yeah, they're like that in hotel rooms hotels and everything. That there is no 13th floor."
Crazy.
I call bunk, but until something would happen to me, then I would, then I would believe it. But nah, I don't think it is.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, not me. Ooh, here's a good one. The person in the middle seat of an airline row automatically gets both armrests.
Or a movie theater, because I've never been on an airline, so.
Yeah, or movie theater. I would go ahead and say yes.
I feel like it should be fairly split.
Yeah.
With the person on the end of on either end, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's fucking dumb that there's only 3. That's retarded.
That is stupid. It makes no sense. But yeah, initially, if you're in the middle seat, I feel like that person deserves the armrests, because you're basically stuck in a sandwich of whoever you're in between. Most of the time, it's never good, unless it's somebody you know. But still, that might not be good.
I got you.
Yeah. All right. 49er. It's better to be too hot than too cold. Totally disagree. I would rather be too cold. I would much rather be too cold than too hot, even though this goes right back to the summer or winter thing that we talked about. But in that doesn't really go back to it. But I would rather bundle up with blankies than sit here roasting.
Interesting. I disagree. Based off regardless of my previous argument, I feel like I would rather be too hot, because I could always cool off. It's pretty easy to cool off, in my opinion.
Most of the time, not always. If you don't have air conditioning, what if you're in a house and there's no air conditioning?
I mean,
you just have a little puny fan.
But like, I don't know, man. Maybe you're right.
But then if you're cold, then you got blankets. But then again, you can also, how I just said, well, you be too hot. Well, you don't have air conditioning. What if you're replacing too cold and you don't have enough blankets? Then you're just as boned. Now you're freezing.
Yeah,
and freezing does suck. I mean, they both suck so bad.
I mean, they both kill you in excess. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Think I would still rather be too cold.
I feel like it's still, like, if you're sitting in a hot car, and you're waiting for the AC to come on, it's not nearly as torturous as when you're sitting in a fucking cold car and you're waiting for the heat to come on.
Oh, they just equally suck. To me, they're just. But I can't.
You could open the window, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have more options than waiting for your car to warm up.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my point. And that's where I always go to. Is that, like, yeah, it sucks, but you could open the door.
Yeah. And you can always fan yourself. You can, get a piece of paper and, at least if you fan yourself, it helps a little bit. Where when you're too cold, what can you really do to get warm?
Wait, that's it.
Yeah, you can't shake yourself or,
So in those terms, I'm going to go with hot, but I see both sides.
Yeah, I agree. All right. I agree.
Number 50. It would be more fun to hang out with Oscar the Grouch than it would be to hang out with Big Bird, and I think yes.
Oh, absolutely. Big Bird's too. He's too cheery, too positive. No, I'll sit in the trash can and hang out with Oscar and talk shit on everybody.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I relate to Oscar the Grouch, to Bert, and when in SpongeBob terms, to Patrick. Or not Patrick, I'm sorry.
Squidward.
To Squidward. I find myself totally in with those guys more than anyone else. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, Bert. Yeah, Bert. Bert's the yellow one. Yeah, Ernie's the short. Yeah. Yep. Definitely Oscar and Bernie. No. Bernie. I just combined Bert and Ernie. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Oscar, Bert, Squidward. Yeah. The crabby bastards that don't want to go anywhere, do anything, and hate everybody. That's who I'm relating to anymore. So there we go.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Another episode of Ineffably Sublime in the fucking books.
Whoa, language.
I
don't know.
I'm going to put up a poll. What was the fucking question I asked? Oh, sneezing. I'm going to put up a poll on Spotify. So if you are listening to this, there's a poll there. You go ahead and answer it. That'd be cool. That is that. Next week we'll be back, hopefully with some more debates. The next ones look really fun. There's about 25 of them, and they are definitely they're listed as challenging debates. So challenging, funny debate topics. So I think that'll be cool. It says these debate topics are a little bit more complex and will get people really thinking. So I think that'll be a good one.
I like people to think. And yeah, like I said, let us know what you think too with some of our debate topics. What you agree, disagree, any of that stuff.
Yep. And then we recently discussed that we're going to talk about weird laws. I think that'll be a good one to talk about, things that are illegal.
Yep. And of course, if you guys, if our listeners have any ideas, or if they want us to redo one, like Origins or something, if they, want like a part 2 or some of the things would be like part 5, let us know. We can maybe work on something or.
Yeah. And hit us up with like what Twister did. He said, what do you think of this? Why did, do you think they do this? That's what we're here for, folks.
Yep.
Ask us the complicated questions so you can hear Mitch and I come up with crazy episode titles like our Orchestertle Bangle.
Because of my speech impediment, it's almost me every week because of my speech and my idiocracy, we'll say.
I absolutely love it. The nuts has been a little newsy lately. That's a good one. Word indeed, my friend. All right, folks. See you next time.
Bye.